What's going on, everybody? It's Haze Carlson here with Bob Hurley RV in beautiful Oklahoma City, and today I have got a special video for you. Right now we're going to talk about this brand new 2026 ATC PLA 550, and this is the 2816 floor plan, and this all aluminum, everything rugged towing monster is ready to haul whatever it is that you have to throw at it. Super excited to go through this with you guys today, but before we do, go ahead and subscribe. It's right down below. I'll wait on you. A little red button right down there. You see it? We good? Perfect. Be sure to stick around. You're not going to want to miss this. This brand new 2026 ATC PLA 550 2816 is finished in the charcoal colorway. Now there's a few other colors that they have to offer, like the white, silver frost, pewter, charcoal, and black. And this specific unit has an MSRP of $142,055 and is currently for sale on our website for $109,388. I'll have links to our listing of this unit as well as all of ATC's information down below, so you can hop on their website and check out all of the good stuff that we didn't quite get to in this video. Be sure to stay tuned. I'm sure you're going to love this one. Now, ATC has been around for a while, and you may not have heard about them before. They're just recently started to get into the RV market within the past few years, but they've been around for a long time before that in a lot of other industries. So they make custom trailers for a lot of different race car guys. That's where they got their name, and a lot of their influence was from the racing community. So they would make really cool car haulers, different trailers for go-karts and dirt bikes, things like that. And they were using their all aluminum construction, leading to no water intrusion, no rot, no soft spots or anything like that. So these campers are really one that you could leave into the wheel, because this is going to last a lifetime. All aluminum, everything. That's actually where they get their name. They're the aluminum trailer company. Really cool stuff. You can see a lot of the influence from the race community here in the toy hauler market that they've expanded into. But this thing is chock full of some really cool features. Now let's talk about the frame. 6-sided welded aluminum frame construction. It's like a big old cage. You got your floor, your walls, the front, the back, and the roof, all welded aluminum construction. Extremely durable, pretty lightweight, and it comes with a 10-year factory structural warranty. Just look at your tongue here. I mean, we've got a solid chunk of aluminum. You're going to hear me say aluminum a lot in this video, so hope you get used to it. Starting off here at the front, we'll work our way back. Look at this Demco Easy Latch. This thing is a monster. Not going anywhere. Bolted right to the aluminum frame on this guy, and super easy to latch and unlatch from your tow vehicle. Lippert 12-volt tongue jack right there too. Two 20-pound propane tanks on this guy right underneath our cover here. And you gotta love this box right here. The ATC logos on both sides. Really easy to get this guy undone. And underneath, you guessed it, a generator. And not just any generator. This is the new NPS 6000 generator. Now this guy does have inverter technology. If we can focus, there we go. And it comes with its own remote. So we can remote start your generator. What? This generator is an option. We can get it with or without. You're going to be prepped for it either way. We ordered ours with a generator. Let's go over this pass-through real fast, then we'll talk about a little more of the inner workings of the pass-through. Now, first off, really thick, nice-sized slam latch aluminum baggage doors. And underneath, we'll have a little bit of goodies that ATC gives us. Your power cord, couple of fittings for our sewer hose, and a good bit of storage on the inside. Now up here, you're ready for your Kurt breakaway system. It's that right there. And as we go along, get to see a little bit more of the inside. Now this unit does have a 2000 watt inverter already installed. That's this guy right here. We already have our solar charge controller, that little blue box back there, installed on this unit as well as a transfer switch, big black box right over there. There we go. Now, as we go along, go into this side. Now, we're going to have electronic stabilizer jacks in the front and the rear. We'll control both of those through the pass-through. There is that reverse polarity transfer switch right there, and that solar charge controller that we talked about, as well as the inverter. Really good stuff. Now, I'm sure you're noticing that this guy is boxed in, but we've got another door over on this side. That is our fuel station. What is a toy hauler without a fuel station? Now, this guy has a 36-gallon fuel station on it. We got our inlet over on the other side. Obviously, our pump over here. Really cool stuff. Now, up at the front, you heard me talk about a couple of options. So right now, we're going to talk about the solar options. I've got my cheat sheet here to be sure I'm giving you guys correct information. I want to be as accurate as possible. So all of these units will have solar. Your base option, 200 watts of solar, 1000 watt inverter, 20 amp MPPT charge controller, 200 amp hours heated lithium battery. This unit has the next option up, and that's the Energy Package 2000. 400 watts of solar, 2000 watt inverter, 30 amp MPPT charge controller, 200 amp hours heated lithium battle-borne batteries. Now, the last package, the Energy Package 3000, 800 watts of solar, 3000 watt inverter, 60 amp charge controller, 540 amp hours heated lithium battle-borne battery. If you end up going with the 3000 package, you can actually run your AC off of your battery bank and solar without having to fire up the generator. Now, granted, you can't use it a ton, but it's something that you can do, and that is pretty freaking cool. This thing looks like an American Eagle about to take flight. Look at those two 25-foot awnings on both sides of this coach, and we have an armless Girard awning over on the very back. Super cool stuff that I love to see. We have got a LP quick connect right there, so we can use the propane from both of the 20-gallon propane tanks. We actually have a water spigot. Don't see that too terribly often in these units. Now, over on the side, get a look at this massive awning. This thing is absolutely huge. We do have an LED strip right underneath it too, as well as some more LED lights up at the top. Now, we've got all the windows out. It is hotter than Hades over here in Oklahoma right now. Trying to get this guy vented out as much as I can. And we have frameless dual pane windows all around this guy. Really good stuff. 6-gallon gas and electric with rapid recovery mode hot water heater. Gives you roughly about 18 gallons of hot water an hour. 25,000 BTU furnace. Then we've got our black tank flush, city water connection and fresh water connection, and our outdoor shower. Of course, this is a 50 amp unit. Now under here, we'll have our dump site, handles for our gray and black tanks, low point drain there, and a tube to store your sewer hose in. Really love that. Now check out these wheels and tires. Really rugged look, 12-spoke aluminum wheels and Maxxis tires. Now these have been really successful in the off-road industry. That's why ATC brought them in here. Like we said earlier, a lot of influence that they brought over from the racing community. Now we do have our gasoline fill right there for our generator and our fuel pump. Now this has a 36-gallon tank. Moving over to the back, look at all of these lights. Look at this deck setup and that Girard armless awning here on the back. Let's get a little bit more in depth on the deck. All right, now let's talk about this deck. Now I know that you see some cables over here, but this is a cableless ramp door. Only reason we have the cables on right now is because we are in porch mode. So there's a few different options that we can do in this setup. Now the ramp door is completely composite, no wood, no nothing like that. So here are our options on the ramp options. Okay, option 1, vinyl rear screen with roll-up windows. We got that. Deck package with the rear screen. We got that. Deck package enclosed 3 seasons room. We do not have that on this guy. The deck package with rear awning and rear screen, or the deck package with rear awning and rear patio door. And we got 84-inch wide opening, and this is really cool. Let me show you what this deck package looks like in these screens. So first off, we can come over here, get our vinyl screens down, just like so. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Now we'll zip these guys up from the sides, all the way down to the very bottom. Same thing over here. And then we have a door leading us right out to the patio, or we can shut this guy right down the middle, all the way down to where we can't get out. Now, you'll notice that we have these 2 big windows here, and I can take these down and have a nice breeze going through without having any bugs coming over this way either. Really cool stuff that I love to see on these ATCs. Let me know what deck package that you guys would choose if you would like the deck package at all. Are you going to spend time out here, or are we really going to be using this to take out the toys? I'm curious to hear your feedback. Drop it in the comments down below. Getting the cables off of the ramp door is also super easy to do on this guy. So we have this little latch right here. We'll lift it up, bring it back, and then we can take this guy all the way out. Now to reinstall it, we'll do the same thing. Lift back up on that guy, and then bring it back forward, and now it's not going anywhere. Now with these springs over here, it makes it really easy to get this ramp door down. We've got some nice rubber stoppers, so we're not going to mess anything up once we have it hit the ground. And just like that, we're ready to load in. Now this fully composite door does have that aluminum frame, no wood, no anything like that, fully composite, and can hold up to 4,000 pounds. That's a lot. That's a bunch. Now you'll notice we have no cables. Our cables are only to get this guy into porch mode. So no cables, just the spring assist to help get the ramp door up and down. It's pretty nice. Now our deck, I've got it set up over on the side. It's really easy. Only thing you got to do is just lift it up off of these aluminum hinges, and then we can get it out of sight, out of mind. Even better, we can put it on top of that queen loft and snug that guy up against the ceiling so it's not going to go anywhere when we're bumping and going down the road. Let's continue our tour through the outside. Couple other things on this side of the camper that I want to show you guys. Now underneath here, we will have a full-size spare. There it is. Full-size spare right there that we can get out. And here's a better look at those electronic stabilizer jacks. Another low point drain over here. Now, I want to talk again about our suspension setup. We talked about our 12-spoke aluminum wheels and our Big Bad Maxxis tires, but this has Dexter's independent Torflex suspension, super smooth ride, 10-year warranty, axles and brakes made here in the US of A. Independent suspension setup, really nice whenever you're towing it down the road. Now, we did talk about solar being a standard on this guy, as well as ATC's 10-year structural warranty. Here's a quick little shot of our floor plan here. If you want some more info, feel free to grab that QR code right there. I am going to have links to all of this stuff down in the description below. Now, here on the outside, we are prepped and ready to go for outdoor entertainment. We've also got a couple of 110 outlets as well as a 12-volt outlet on this side. We don't see that all that much. Really like that setup. Nice movable arm here. Make sure that we're nice and stable going in and out. And our solid steps with that gorgeous ATC cutout. Really love that setup. These dual pane windows go crazy. Same thing with our Big Bad awning and that LED light up there. This thing has the most awnings that I have seen on a bumper pull to date. Let me know what you guys think about this thing down in the comments below. Now, before we get too in-depth on the inside, I want to go over some quick specs with you. So we got our cheat sheet. Be sure to pay attention. Overall length with the hitch, 34 feet. Exterior height, including the AC, 11 feet 6 inches. Exterior width, 8 feet 6 inches. Interior height, 7 feet 6 inches. Rear opening width is 96 inches. Rear opening height is 90 inches. GVWR on this bad boy, 13,200. Our estimated base model weight dry is going to be 8,600 pounds. Estimated without the generator on our hitch weight is 1,245. Estimated hitch weight with the generator, 1,560 pounds. Estimated cargo carrying capacity, 4,600 pounds. Holy cow. Axle size, two 6,000 pound axles, and we have got some 235-80R 16E rated Maxxis tires on this bad boy. 100 gallons of fresh water, 45 gallons of gray and black. We have got 6-gallon gas and electric hot water heater, 36-gallon fuel tank for our fuel station and our generator, 40 gallons worth of propane, 10 cubic foot refrigerator, 2 burner gas stove, 2 15,000 BTU ACs. We have a 25,000 BTU furnace and those enormous 25-foot long awnings that we saw on both sides, and that Girard armless awning that is an option. Every single ATC trailer that is out on the market today is going to have the above and beyond with all-weather protection package. That's going to have that 6-sided welded aluminum frame that we talked about, the torsion axles that we talked about, one-piece aluminum roof, that composite ramp door, composite flooring and wall panels, enclosed underbelly, and our insulation is as follows. Our R value on the walls is R7, floor is R6, and ceiling is R11. We're going to have 50-amp distribution panel with a 12-volt converter and a 120-volt and USB power outlets everywhere on this guy. Now let's talk about the floors. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, on previous model years, we had an all-aluminum, bare aluminum floor. Where to go? Now, we can option this guy with all aluminum floors. We just have to order it that way. Because now, ATC has partnered with Outro. Check it out. Partnered with Outro. So, commercial grade flooring, 10-year limited warranty on that stuff. Scratch and slip resistant, and it has acoustic and insulative benefits. Really good looking floor. Gotta love this wood grain on here. Really heavy duty stuff. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, this is a toy hauler. Where am I going to tie this stuff down at? That is where this airline track will come into play. We can rip that guy off, exposing our airline track, and then we can get one of these rings right here. Now, this guy is super easy to use. We'll just hit that plunger right here, put it in, turn it over to the side. Here we go. It's hard to do this one-handed. Put it in. There we are. All right, now we've got a rock-hard place, and this guy is going nowhere. And the beauty of it is we can put it anywhere that we want to. We have 3 of these airline tracks to move around and tie down whatever it is that you want. Extremely easy to use, very, very durable. Now, if you guys are familiar with ATC at all, you know about their Life Track system, and that is going to be this black bar running down the unit. Now, this is a super cool design where you can attach whatever kind of accessories that you want. So again, these guys took a lot of influence from the racing community, so they will have all kinds of different custom cabinets that you can put on their Life Track system and move them however you like. Take a look at this table. It's a great example. So we can take this table, undo these bolts, shift it down this way if we want. We can move it over this way. Now we have our Happy Jack sofa, and we can take this guy and use that same principle and move it wherever we want. I'm going to have a link down in the description for ATC's Life Track system, so you can see a lot of the other attachments that they use. Really customizable. You can even use a half bath. You can put in a whole nother half bath and toilet in this guy. And if that's not cool, I don't know what is. Now, this unit was optioned with this Happy Jack sofa. We can turn this guy around and use it as a sleeper. We can also turn it all the way back around this way and put this guy flush up against the wall and have it mounted there, out of the way whenever we want to use your toys. Or we can always bring it back down, flip this guy back up, and use it as another sleeping space. Really cool stuff. Now, we also optioned this unit with the Queen Happy Jack loft. So if we go over here to our control panel, and we'll get more in depth into this guy in just a minute, and lift this guy down, you'll see our queen size bed starts to come down. We can also lift it back up, and once we do, it will lock into place, and now it's not going to come back down at all. So once I start to go back down, our bed is already locked in place. You can see those guys moving over on the track, but our bed is staying in its one spot. Really good looking stuff. Let's talk about the kitchen. Now, one thing that I love about ATC in model year 25 and 26 is they have really updated and refreshed their kitchen setup. So if you've seen the 24 in previous model years, kind of looked like we were in a Snap-on or a tool truck because everything was just bare aluminum. Now, again, all aluminum everything is great. No rot, no nothing like that, which is awesome. But we need some more personality and make it look a little bit more homey. That's where that flooring really comes into play, and their redesign on their kitchen. So we've got some solid surface countertops, a nice backsplash, and all aluminum cabinetry. All these guys, all aluminum everything. We've got some adjustable shelves up here too, and I really like this brushed gold look on all of the hardware. So on our sink, we have a sprayer nozzle. We've got a drying rack right there, and a nice solid surface cutting board on top of this huge sink. Really deep sink, stainless steel. Really love to see it. And then, of course, we're going to have a 2-burner gas stove right here and our convection microwave. Now, again, in previous model years with these cabinets, we had a lot of sharp edges. That's one thing that they took away going at 25 and 26 is they have smoothed out the edges on all of their drawers and cabinets. Now, the other thing is that on our cabinets and our drawers, soft close. You've got to love a soft close drawer, and I really like the LED accents that we have. And of course, we have to have the window over the sink, and you know that we're going to have those blackout shades too. Really good looking stuff. Now, we are going to have a 10 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerator. Really good size storage in this guy. Movable access. 10-year structural warranty on this dude. It's got a lot going on. Now, let's talk about this table. Again, it's on their LifeTrack system, so if we don't like where it's at right now, we can always move it back and forth. And to put it up, you'll notice that we only have one support leg here, and to put this guy up, we'll yank out both of these pins, we'll lift up, get our leg out of the way, and we have these 2 air shocks here. And once we go down on this guy, we'll put these pins right back here into the table. Same thing on the other side. And now, our table is put away. It really opens up this space, and again, we can totally move this thing anywhere that we want. You'll also notice a lot of these 110 and USB outlets everywhere. Same thing with these cabinets, all aluminum, everything with adjustable shelves. Now, this guy does have a signal booster and satellite up on top. We've got some controls for that up here. Nice big windows. I mean, this thing is really cool, chock full of nice features. Back over here in the kitchen, right above the refrigerator, we're going to have a lot of electrical components. Now, another thing that I love about ATC is they are very clear and labeled on what all of this stuff is. So if you have to do some work on this by yourself, you can definitely do it because everything is labeled. Nice schematic right there too, and it's telling us what all of these DC circuits are. We've got our breaker panel right in here too, everything nice and clearly labeled, and our 12 volt disconnect is this little switch right there. A little bit of an odd place to put it if you ask me, but I didn't make it. We just review them. Let's talk about some links on this garage. From here, the very start of the garage, over here to the end of our wheel well, right here, 7 foot 10 inches. From the end of the garage to the end of the cabinet, 8 feet 4 inches. From here to the refrigerator, 13 feet and 5 inches. And from here all the way to the very back wall, 15 feet and 7 inches. From wall to wall, 97 inches. From the wheel well to the wheel well, 81 inches. From the wheel well to the counter, 70 inches. And from the wheel well to the refrigerator, 63 inches. Feel free to pause, but here's a quick glance at the floor plan so you can see these measurements for yourself. All right. Now let's talk about a couple of other things. Now we talked earlier about these two 15,000 BTU ACs. This is the GE profile, and we can either have it dumping straight out, or we can close it and having use the duct system to get this air evenly distributed out throughout the rest of the coach. Now we have two Max Air 12-volt fans on this guy, one in here, one in the restroom, and I'm sure you saw our nice big 32-inch smart TV. Now this is a 12-volt TV. I love the fact that they give us actual 12-volt outlets as well as USB-A and USB-C on this TV. Now this is on an articulating stand here, so we can move this TV around, get to moving it kind of however we want to. Now, speaking of those charging centers, over here next to the Happy Jack bed, we've got another charging center with 12-volt USB-A and USB-C, again with the LifeTrack system. You can't talk about the LifeTrack system enough on these guys. Really cool stuff. Look at a couple of these guys. If you want to scan these, feel free. Look at the smart controls, how they built these plays, and the Altro flooring. Now over this way, we'll have a control for our Max Air fan. This one's going to be for the living room and onto our Firefly system. Now this is extremely easy to use. We can see all of the different levels of our tanks. We can get that bed up and down, our light master on and off, see our temperatures, look at our generator as well as our battery life. Now, if we go to our lights, we can do a master light on and off on the outside and on the inside. We can do rear mood. We can go a day mood. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we can do on this guy. Really customizable stuff. We can also see what our battery system looks like as well as our generator. Now, this does have automatic gen start, and we can go in on these settings and adjust all of that stuff. Really good looking stuff, super customizable. Now, if we go back over to our climate control, you'll see our kitchen and bedroom. Now, in our kitchen, we do have our controls for the furnace. Really cool stuff. And then we can use this for both of our side awnings and our bed lift. Our rear awning over here on the very back porch is going to be controlled with this guy. So awning in and out, and our awning lights located here on the back. Let's look at this. Now this does have a built-in stereo system. We're going to have speakers on the inside as well as the outside. We've got a USB as well as HDMI, aux, or headphones. We can do AM, FM, Sirius, or Bluetooth on your infotainment system. So really good looking stuff. Let's look at the little details of our ATC cutout right here above our entry door. Let's talk about the bathroom. First things first, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the hottest RV salesman of them all? Goodness, it's hot out here today. Nice big full-length mirror on the door going into the bathroom. Same aluminum painted cabinets that we have over in the kitchen. Same solid surface countertops, same stainless steel sink there, and that gold-plated hardware. Have some LED pan lights, again with the rolled edges on the cabinets. Nice little towel rack here. Here's a control for our other Max Air fan that we have here in the bathroom. And we do have a porcelain legit toilet. Great place for your toilet paper. Now, check this out. I love this shower curtain. Check it out. So we can move all this stuff over to the side, and this guy articulates around. So whenever you're in the shower, you can have that much more space, or when we're not utilizing the shower, we can move this guy back. And that, in my opinion, is really cool. You guys know the drill. We got to give it the shower test. Now, in case you didn't know, I am 6'5". Not a short guy by any means. And I've still got plenty of space, even with my shoes and my OKC Thunder Championship hat. Thunder up, baby. Plenty of space. Bunch of space. We can move this guy around to get a ton of room over here in the bathroom. I can move this guy around. I am going to have to buddy the outfit, duck down a little bit to get a shower, but it's still really nice. We got a ton of headroom. I really am a fan of this shower. A minus. Continuing on, let's go over to the bedroom. Coming over here, we're going to have our queen size bed with some storage underneath, as well as some storage around and over top. Now we do have these nice little reading lights here. Love that. Now another thing that you may have noticed are these little clear guys. These are bump stops that will stop wherever it's going to hit. Plenty of good storage up around the bed. Now this bed is an articulating bed, giving us a bunch of room whenever I'm walking around in here. I mean, we've got a bunch of space. We can go over here and check out your wardrobe. Great for hanging clothes. Now here in the bedroom, we're going to have our second GE Profile 15,000 BTU AC, another 32-inch smart TV where you can stream Netflix and even watch your favorite Haze at Bob Hurley RV YouTube videos. We've got 12-volt USB-A and USB-C, and this TV is on an articulating mount, so we can move this guy around. A little hard to do it one-handed, but you get the idea. And with this bed, if we go over here, we can extend this guy out and get our bed coming down. So whenever we are wanting to go to sleep, we'll get this guy all the way down, giving us plenty of sleeping space. But when we're not utilizing the bed and we're not going to sleep, we can put this guy all the way up and give you that much more space in the bedroom. Now, there are a couple of floor plans where they have a east to west bed and they slide going out that way. So there is multiple ways to configure these guys. But if we have a north and south bed like we do on this floor plan, then we will have the articulating bed. When we are not sleeping, we can put this guy up. It gives us all kinds of space. Just like that right there. Beautiful. And now that that's up, we can go underneath here, look at our storage as well as our batteries. Now, again, this does have the Battle-Born lithium-ion batteries in here, since we have that Energy 2000 solar option. Really good looking stuff. And that is going to do it for today, guys, on our tour of this brand new 2026 ATC PLA 550 2816 floor plan. Golly, that's a mouthful. This thing is chock full of some really cool stuff. Some of my personal favorite features on this guy. We can't ignore the fact that this has three, not one, not two, but three big bad awnings on this guy. Two 25-foot awnings and our Girard armless awning over on the back. Really love the deck setup and how utilitarian and brutal this thing is. All aluminum everything. The Life Track system is extremely customizable. This thing has a lot of really cool stuff going on, and I'm curious to know what your favorite features are on this specific unit. Some of my gripes on this guy is the disconnects. I think that we can definitely find a better spot for both of the disconnects. Our main battery disconnect is going to be in the pass-through, and it's kind of right in the middle at a really awkward placement. So you kind of got to crawl halfway in there and reach around and turn that guy on. If you don't have as long of an arm as I do, it's going to be a little challenging. I think that we can definitely come up with a better placement for that, as well as the 12-volt disconnect up above the refrigerator. I think that we can also have a better placement for that guy too, but that's really my only two gripes on this guy. They've really lightened up the living area with those, the redesign for the kitchen, the new cabinets, the new flooring, gives it much more of a homey feel. So hats off to ATC. They're doing a bang-up job on these guys, and I'm curious to know what you like and what you don't like. They're really big on their customer-driven features, so if there is something that you wish that this unit had that it doesn't, let me know down in the comments. I'll get it over to my guys on ATC, and hopefully in 2027, we can see some of your customer-driven features on this exact unit. But thanks a lot for joining in today, guys. Really enjoyed making this video for you. If you did enjoy this, consider subscribing. We have a bunch of fun around here. I'm trying to show you guys the latest and greatest RVs out on the market coming into 2025 and 2026. So if you liked this video, I got a lot more where this came from. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and drop a like on this if you found it useful, and share this with all of your camping buddies. I hope to see you picking up this beautiful new ATC and hitting the road or hitting the off-road, because we can totally do that in this guy. But thanks for joining in today, guys. Really hope that you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one. And thunder up, baby, 2024 and 25 champions. Yow!